If you're following Johnny Depp, I'm sure you know he's in the Hollywood Vampires. He's been signing things, doing concerts, going around. There's a lot of news around it. Now, I tweeted something out that got a little bit messy, I guess. And I left out a fact I didn't know about. And I thought, oh, I missed a fact here. Maybe these Amber supporters have a point in this one case. And I felt, I don't know, a little off about it. But it turns out, in the end, I gotta say, I think the Johnny fans ended up being right. Now, here's all the facts. This person, Marianne Scott, met Johnny Depp. They took a photo op. She made a video. I was pretty busy. I was thinking about recent news about Corey and things like that, and I posted it up really quick. I didn't think about it too much. I obviously didn't search for every last detail about it. So it turns out, from what I hear, she paid for it. It was about $5,000. However, it wasn't just that money to meet Johnny and the Vampires. She got a guitar signed by the entire band. So obviously, Amber's community said things like, Johnny's so horrible. She's got to pay this money. They said he's using it as PR, which is not true because it was on her YouTube channel, had nothing to do with Johnny's PR. That doesn't make sense, so that's wrong. But they did properly call out, I forgot that information, that it was actually paid for. Okay, the other thing is this, before we go on. $5,000's kind of a lot, but getting something signed has a subjective value. There's no actual price you can put on something that got signed by the original person who made the art or owned the thing or whatever. So $5,000 for them for a signed guitar might be totally worth it. The guitar might be worth like $1,000 anyway. So honestly, for them, could have been fine. Also, Johnny hugged her. He kissed her. It was a great interaction. She'll have that memory forever. Every time she watches a movie, Johnny's in. She'll remember that. So we've got that. But here's the real terrible thing, is that this person's mother actually responded. And she was really mad that the Amber fans were saying these terrible things about her daughter in this picture, in this video. Now, again, what I said or implied wasn't like 100% accurate. I say Johnny Depp and the Vamps hanging out with Marianne Scott. He's a good guy till the end. Expect crickets from Amber fans, Eve, Rolling Stone, etc. But loud and clear here. So if I had the fact that it was a paid interaction, yeah, that would be a little different. But the point is, why give so much resistance over something like this when you know the person's family might be reading? So this tweet is climbing up to 30,000 views, which is pretty good for a tweet. My tweets usually get like 300 views or something. But another thing that sparked this off was something one person said. This person, Pamela, says, I'm posing with a disabled person to prove I'm a good guy, PR rehab. I guess making fun of me because I forgot to add that information. So first of all, it's not his PR because he never wanted that out. She put it out there. That umbrella guy actually replied too and says, you're disgusting, prepare for the repost ratio. So aside from the fact that this was paid for, it's a disgusting thing to say because why say that with this girl in the picture? This person, Christopher, says, bad people can pose for photo opportunities too, which obviously is wrong because this was a service Johnny was offering and the Hollywood Vampires were offering. So as you could see, a lot of people from Amber's side really went haywire on this. But I stand by, I think Johnny's a good guy anyway, regardless of anything. And I didn't actually say in the tweet because of this one picture, which was somewhat implied, but you should be smart enough to know that someone's complete conclusion isn't drawn from seeing one photo. By the way, here's the guitar. You could see her mom tweeted out, signed by them all. Also, for the record, I admitted that I did not realize it was a paid meeting, so I'm being fair, which is something we don't usually see from the other side. The real Laura B chimes in and says, yes, the purchase at first did not go smoothly. There was a snafu with the ticketing system as the automation conflicted front row VIP with wheelchair access. Sadly, she spoke to some knob at AXS or the venue that didn't understand handicap access. Happily, everything was all sorted out. And the real sad part here, the disturbing part, is this mother saw these Amber fans' comments and got upset and said her daughter was upset. Now, I can't think they're upset at me. Okay, I left out a fact, but honestly, that's not something they might want to brag about anyway. And as you could see, some known Amber fans took pleasure in the fact that I left this detail out. As I said, fact is, I've got a real busy day, minute to minute. I can't look up every little detail or anything like that. But I corrected myself. And honestly, in the end, they got something more than just a meet and greet. So here's Marianne's mother and her message for the Amber fans. Think what you all want, okay? I've never in my life seen such hate towards my daughter and JD. It's spiteful and sick. And have you any idea what you have made my daughter feel? She's heartbroken, and now, and not for one moment, did she expect all this hate towards her dream. Obviously, she met Johnny Depp. She was very happy about it. I saw the video. Johnny kissed her twice. He didn't have to do that. Hugging her, kissing her. And the Amber fans, when Johnny does something nice for a child, a lot of times a child who's disabled, they gotta make a thing of it. They gotta make some whole Twitter thread about how I left out a detail that didn't even really have to be said anyway. Why not just let it go? Why not just say, hey, you know what? I support Amber. Please get all the facts right. You forgot this detail. Okay, leave it at that. Why try to drag me and say, what a bad guy. He left out this detail. Johnny's such a bad guy too. Why did Johnny do this? Just be like, okay, cool. That's what they wanted. They got a signed guitar too, which the Amber fans, I don't think mentioned either. Anyway, little messy here. At first, I felt a little bad. Like, do they actually have a point? Did I put out misinformation here? But when I thought about it, and when all the facts came in, and I saw this, I was like, no, I just left out a detail. In the end, this girl was very happy to meet Johnny. And let's also not forget, we don't know how much $5,000 is to these people. If $5,000 is not so much money to them, well, that makes it all the better. Yeah, if they used like half their life savings, all right, I don't know. That doesn't feel as good. But I'm going to assume if these people have $5,000 to go meet Johnny and get a guitar, they're probably doing decent. They could probably afford it. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments. There's more to it than this. The thread goes on and on. Probably a lot of familiar faces replied to it and things like that. Maybe check it out. As you could see, I was at 3,000 followers, now 2998, which I knew would happen. I guess that's just how it is. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.